Welcome back, friends and fellow car mechanics, to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 and episode 33. We are looking at the next story order car, which obviously is going to need some body work, and it's going to need a whole heck of a lot of engine work. It says, "Hey dude, you recognize me? Sure not. I'm the internet star of car racing. While perhaps a rising star, I go by the name RM. This is my new car project. I just snapped it up from a junkyard. For now it looks like a piece of junk, but we can make it a gem. I mean, you can, but nobody has to know, right? Are you in with this project? I hope so. I just want you to check if it starts up before..." Before the first episode, and we'll think about the rest later. Thanks. We'll see you on Import 2. So, it's mainly going to be engine work. Then we got the oil, and we got to refill all the coolants. So for this one, we're not doing anything body-wise, which is kind of a surprise. But hey, if they're not going to pay us to do body work, we're not going to do it. And already you can see a lot of stuff on that top end is going to need to be changed. But as we always do, we're going to get our inspections out of the way so we can level up again. And this is, like he was saying, clearly a junkyard special. Because barely anything is really worth saving on this car. And I'm pretty sure at this point, it's not going to allow us to check the fuel pressure or the compression. Okay, so we're looking at all 4 plugs, all 4 ignition coils. We're looking at an ECU. Question is, we found all but 3 parts. Well, one of them's going to be right here. But what we want to take a look at is we want to come back here. Okay, so that's not going to be repairable. We need our tools because we're going to have to drain that coolant. Let's look at our list. So we don't have to worry about the air box, but we do have to get to that filter. So we're going to pull this cover off. Now we're going to come back here to our list. And we're going to remove that base because we're not going to need it. Says nothing about the radiator fan housing or the radiator fan. So to them, that's still good. Okay, well, the radiator and radiator fan housing are of no concern to us. We're going to go ahead and highlight that. Go back into disassemble. And we'll get that starter out. With this being a story order car, those TK aftermarket mod parts, I do not believe would be listed. We can check. No, they are not. It does not list the cam gears. So that should put us down to 1 part not discovered, and it does. And the fuel rail should... Nope. So my guess is going to be that the final part we're looking for is either going to be a camshaft cap or we're going to be looking at either a rod cap or a crankshaft cap. We won't know until we get this engine cover off the car, which it does not list as needing to be changed, but we will get that battery out so we can put it on charge here in a moment. Now what we're looking at for our final part very well could be the oil pan, judging by what I just saw. Alright, so now we'll be able to pull this off. Still at one part not discovered. Camshaft's at 23. That one's at 19. Not listed. Nope, so we still need to dig. Not the engine head. Alright, so at this point, let's get this car up in the air. And let's get the oil drained out of it. Well, it didn't have much for oil in it anyway. First and foremost, let's grab the oil filter off. And let's see. Okay, so that gave us our final part. So at this point, we've basically found everything that we need to do. So we need the oil filter. We got the plugs and coils on our list already. The throttle's on our list. Air filter's on our list. Fuel pump's on our list. We do have to take the alternator off, but we can do that in a minute. Alright, so while this battery is charging, we can go ahead and jump in here. Let's get our actually, hold on. Do I have any spark plugs in here? Condition only has to be no, I do not, unfortunately. I've been selling those. Okay, well, we can buy 4, they're cheap enough. Plus we get a 15% discount. So we're going to need a fuel pump. That's going to be in the electronics shop. Okay. So back up here we go. We're going to go ahead and put the new filter on. Actually, we'll just throw one up there that's 27%. That should more than satisfy the oil filter. And it did. Now remember, this is a junkyard car, so the owner isn't truly concerned with the status of the parts. He just wants the vehicle to run. But we do still need to pull the alternator off the car. And for that, we need to go back to electronics, because this one is not salvageable, unfortunately. And we can start building this motor back up. The owner obviously wasn't concerned about the idler arms or idler pulleys. When we finish this car, we should more than be leveled up. Let's go ahead and throw the new plugs in. Put the new ECU in. Oh, that was the old one. Now we do still need to go back into the electronics shop, as we still need to get some relays. But if luck has it, I may just have the relays needed. Okay. While we're at this low of an angle, we're going to go ahead and get these fuel injectors in, because once we go back up to put the intake manifold on and the fuel rail in, it's going to be almost impossible to see those. And we just leveled up. Now this VVT solenoid, that is part of the TK Aftermarkets mod. So if you are playing on console, these are parts you will not have. Unfortunately, that, like I said in a previous episode, that is one downfall to playing on consoles. So medium fuse B, relay type A, and type B. So both these relays need to come out. And that needs to come out. And then we had a medium fuse right there. Okay, so I have the medium fuse. I did have the relay. I have all the relays needed. So now we just need to replace the fuel pump and change the fluids. And this car will be ready to roll out. Now we've already drained the coolant. So it's just a matter of brake and power steering to change. And then just refill everything. Okay. So that's all the fluids. Then we'll come back here and we'll pop in the new fuel pump. You will see everything is checked off. But in my opinion, that's a fairly weak payday. And we will send this on its way to its owner. So let's see what we got for body. We got a 69 Charger, which is brakes and body. Or we got a Gallardo, which is brakes and body and gearbox. We have enough room, we can actually take both cars. Alright, so it's going to make us move the Gallardo in. Okay, so now this is what I wanted to see on the Charger. And the last one we had at the shop was a 70. This is a 69. You can tell, maybe not from the tail lights, but when you're looking at the 68 to 70 Chargers in real life, this corner marker here on a 68 is going to be circular. On a 69 and 70, it's rectangular as you see it. On a 68, your rear tail lights are going to be circular like exhausts. This is a 69 tail light, and a 70 would essentially have these two lights connected right here in the middle. Now, up front, the 68 does not have this V in the grille that the 69 has, and then the 70 doesn't have this anymore either, but has a chrome wraparound on the front of the car. Now this is a mod car, and one thing I want to check on the body, it does not say front clamshell, but it does say rear clamshell, which is this here. Now, if we hit that, and then we come in here, we go here, and we bring that up, it's only $1,000. Not too spectacular. So now we do that, we eliminate that, then we come in here to the Gallardo, which needed body work as well. So its most expensive piece is probably going to be the rear bumper or the windshield. Let's just take a look. We'll put all the body panels that we know we'll be able to repair on our list and just see what's the most expensive. So we want to put the right fender on our list. And the rear bumper. Well, we'll go ahead and put the windshield on there too, just to see what the price of that's going to be. And then we'll come here to the Gallardo. Front right fender's 950 credits. The rear bumper is 1,575 credits. Okay, so the rear bumper and the rear windshield are roughly the same. But that'll be for a different episode, as we are not working on that yet. As far as this Darrell Waltrip stock car goes, I took a quick look at it earlier. With the body panels, it's kind of underwhelming, as the only part we're going to actually have to buy is the windshield. And we can take a look at that. Windshield's 100 credits. Trunk is 250. Nothing super expensive on this car. So again, another kind of a letdown, I would say, as far as parts go. Hopefully when we come back for the next episode, that lifter will still be showing, as there is a car sitting there. But before we go, we don't really need that. So what we'll do is we'll start filling in to be able to take parts off quicker. And we shall go from there. So, next episode, friends, is the Darrell Waltrip Chevy Lumina stock car. I hope you've enjoyed the episode today. I know it was overall kind of a letdown with the bodywork that we picked up. But figuring out what that story order card needed in order to make it run again was kind of fun. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please hit that like button, comment, share these videos, and if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe, as it helps out my small channel. And I wish everybody a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you.